Senhora do Monte Mountain in Lubango is 14 de Abril School, where teacher Eugenia works. We will visit her 8th grade class. Let's meet her.
My name is Eugenia Katumbu Severino. I've been teaching since 2005, for about 7 years now. I think what motivates me more it is that interaction with the students and the chance we have to deal with other people. Yeah, and to know or to see or to look back and see that you have done something for the people. Yeah, when they learn something and you know that you are the one who taught that, it is really grateful.
During this module, we will examine giving reading lessons. Do you teach reading in your English classes? Is it difficult or easy to do? Large and multi-level classes make teaching reading challenging, but not impossible. Be sure to look at the bonus reading articles at the end of this module in the teacher guide for more ideas. Why is it important to teach reading in English to your students? We asked teacher Eugenia this question.
I think reading is very important because it is a way of building vocabulary in the students and even a way of bringing other realities into the classroom. So this contact with the reading is really important. So that they build communicative skills, they develop their reading skills, and even they build their vocabulary. Yeah. They read more than on the 7th grade, but still not enough. I think most of the times we don't have reading lessons. Yeah, maybe along the year, the academic year, they read maybe 20 lessons, 20 reading lessons they have, and the other ones are not reading lessons. But outside of the class, we try to incentivize reading by giving tasks, asking them to write compositions and then come on the class and read that. Try to give stories for them to read at home and then do the feedback at school, but not too often. Yeah, sometimes.
Reading is an important skill to develop in any language, so keep this in mind as you teach. There are many ways to teach reading, but one way to approach a reading lesson is to divide it into 3 stages. Each stage focuses on developing the essential skills needed to be a good reader. Look in the Terms and Definitions section in your teacher guide for a detailed explanation. Teacher Eugenia will explain the 3 stages.
In a reading lesson, we divide the lesson in 3 stages, which is the pre-reading, the while reading, and the post-reading. In the pre-reading, we have to prepare the students. It has not to be too long. It doesn't have to say much, otherwise it will kill students' interest on reading the test. And we have to give reasons for the students to read the test. Yeah, the text. Otherwise, they will just go and don't know why are they reading. So, and if you say much, so they will be bored and they will not see the interest of reading the test. So why reading the test if I already know what I'm going to find there? So you have to balance that. So in the while reading, it is the actual stage they read and they find answers for the questions you gave them, and it is on the stage where you are going to check understanding. You may give questions to the students. You may work with that. If we have pictures, you may exploit that pictures. If you may work with the title of the text, exploit the title, by the title what they expect to find in the text, and set some questions or elicit from the students what they expect to find there. So you note that down and then they check if they were right or not. And then with the questions you set, they got the while reading, which is the actual stage where they read and you check understanding. In the post-reading, it is said at that stage, it is not actually the, how can I say that? It is not actually the reading. It comes from the reading, okay? So they have to connect what they read with their real life. Yeah, they may write something similar they experience. They may write about maybe, for example, as they did there, I asked them to write about Lubango. The text says something about Botswana, so our reality here in Lubango. So how do they get water from the ground? And I think that is the aim of that stage, to consolidate, to link what they read with their real lives. Yeah, I think that's it.
So let's watch a clip from Eugenia's 8th grade English class. While watching, see if you can identify the 3 stages of the reading lesson.
Good morning, class. Good morning, teacher. So how are you today? Okay, I'm fine, thank you. You may sit down. So today we are going to read a text, okay? We are going to read a text which tells about water. The title is Wonderful Water. Wonderful Water. And I brought water for you to see. Here we have water, yes? Okay, so we are going to talk about agua, as you said. Before we read, though, we go to our test, I have some words. You need to know some words you are going to find in the test, okay? Yes. Some new words, so pay attention, please. Rain. Rain. River. River. Roof. Roof. Tape. Tape. Dam. Dam. Well. Well. Pump. Pump. Can you repeat? Rain. 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 These 2 rows. Rain. 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 Okay, Leandro, rain. 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 Good. Pump. Can you repeat, Sada? Pump. Pump. Good. Lino. Pump. Good. Okay. Rain. 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 Tape. Good. Done. Okay, good. Last lesson I asked you to make copies. Have you done it? Yes. For the ones who does not have a book. Have you done it? Yes. Do you all have copies over there? Okay, good. So now look at the page 38. We have some pictures there. Can you see that? Yes. Yes. Tell me, what can you see on that pictures? What can you see in the pictures? Yes? Where? Do we have cars there? Page 38, 38. Do we have any car in that picture? Are you seeing any car? What can you see? Tell me, what is there? Okay, you can see people doing what?
Drink water.
Okay, we have a man drinking water. What else can you see?
Above. Cooking. Above.
But who is cooking? We have someone cooking. Yes. Someone taking bath. Someone swimming. Okay. So the title of our text is Wonderful Water. What information do you expect to find in the text? What do you think you will find? Ruben said the importance of água, okay? The importance of water. Let's check if it is true. So now read the text, okay? Read the text. Said of water. Okay, it's one idea. Any other idea? Ruben acha que vamos encontrar alguma informação deste gênero. So, any other idea? What do you think you will find there? What do we use water for? Any other idea? He said a importância da água. He said para que serve a água. Okay, so read the text now and see if you are right, okay? Let's check if you are right. If you are going to find something about the importance of water or about what do we use water for, just read it. I will put some questions on the board and then try to find the answer for the questions, okay? Just read that and confirm this first. Read the text now, okay? You have 8 minutes to read the text. Okay, have you finished?
Yes.
Yes. So, did you find anything about the importance of water in the text? The text says anything about the importance of water?
Yes.
Yes. What do we use water for then?
Cooking.
According to our text, what do we use water for?
We need it for drinking.
Drinking, so for drinking. Don't be afraid, say something. For room, for bathing. Okay, good, Ruben.
Swimming.
For swimming. Swimming. For? What is that? For what? Can you repeat?
Growing crops.
Growing crops. Good. So we can drink salt water. We can drink salt water. True or false?
True. False.
True. You can put salt in your water and drink it. Is it true, Ruben? Class, we can drink water from the ocean, from the seas. Can we drink it?
No.
It is false. We can't drink salt water. Food is the most important thing in the world. Food is the most important thing in the world. True or false? Who says true? True. Who says false? False. Okay, it is false. So what is the most important thing in the world according to your text?
The most important thing in the world is water.
Is water. Very good, Delcio. Very good. Now I want you to answer 3 questions. Okay? I want you to answer 3 questions. According to your text, rain in Botswana comes in the month of November. So you are going to tell me, in Angola, which month does the rain come here in Angola? So, okay, so you have 6 minutes to answer these questions. You're going to tell me which month does the rain come here in Angola. Okay, in Botswana it comes in November. What about here in Angola? Which month? Name 2 dams. You are going to tell me the name of 2 dams here in Angola. What is a dam? Barragem. Okay, yes. So you are going to tell me the name of 2 dams. And then how do people take water, that is, or get water, sorry. That is under the ground here in Lubango. Here in Lubango, how do you take water that is under the ground? Okay, we have water in the tapes, but the water which is under the ground, how do people get it? Okay, so just answer that.
Did you see the different stages of the reading lesson? Now that we've seen the class, let's have a chat with Professor Delcio. Here he is.
We are very grateful to Eugenia for allowing us to enter her classroom. Teaching and reading in English is an advantage for students, since if they develop their reading skills in English, they can transfer that to Portuguese, and this is something good for their academic life. Now, I'll talk a little bit about the 3 stages that Eugenia explained to teach reading. Starting with pre-reading. It's important in pre-reading to give a purpose for students to read, not asking them to read without giving them a task. So it's important to give them a task. It's also important to set the time so that the students know how much time they will read, and helps the teacher to manage the time. It's important that teachers let keywords needed for students to understand the text, and Eugenia did that. If the words are too many, then the text is not appropriate for their level. For while reading, this stage is not reading aloud. Reading aloud develops oral skills, not reading skills. To be realistic, students, even in their mother tongue, they rarely read aloud, unless we are training them to be presenters. As you could see in the lesson, the teacher didn't explain the meaning of every key word in the text. Instead, students had to resort to dictionaries or to get the meaning from the context. This encouraged independent learning. For post-reading, answers must come from students. The teacher should correct when they are wrong. Eugenia did well to include questions about Lubango. This allows students to use the language and describe their own reality. It makes the language more realistic and meaningful. We said that pre, while, and post-reading is one way to approach a reading lesson. Let us look at some activities to help students to get the most of their texts. Read and choose. As the name suggests, here students have to read the text and choose the correct answer. For example, if they are going to read a text about Angola, the question might be, what is the capital of Angola? A. Wambo, B. Luanda, C. Lubango. So students read the text and choose the correct answer for the question. Read and draw. Here, students read the text and draw a picture. And this is very interesting, mainly for kids. For example, they may read a text that describes a house. A house has got 4 windows, 1 door, a yard in which we have 3 trees, a dog. So students read the text and draw a picture according to the text. Read and complete. In here, students read the text and complete sentences. Still talking about that text about Angola. The teacher can give an incomplete sentence. Students have to read the text and complete the sentence. For example, in Angola, the birth rate is. The population of Angola is. Angola has got gap provinces. Read and correct. In here, students read the text and correct some sentences. But here, the sentences are not wrong grammatically, just their content is not what the text says. For example, talking about the text about Angola, we can have wrong sentence like, the Angolan money is American dollars. Angola doesn't produce oil. Angola's football championship is Musambola. Read and make your own questions. There are 2 ways of doing that. The first one is asking everybody to give their questions and put them on the board. At the end, everybody reads the text and answers all the questions which are on the board. The second way is asking students to prepare their own questions. Once they have prepared, they give them to their partners, and their partners read the text and answer the questions. We hope that these activities will help you to prepare your reading lessons and will bring variety and enthusiasm to your classroom practice.